Okay, here we go. Lesson 23 in A Course in Miracles. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless, but this way cannot fail. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. It is with your thoughts, then, that we must work if your perception of the world is to be changed. If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, you must learn that it is these thoughts which you do not want. There is no point in lamenting the world. There is no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Each of your perceptions of external reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. One can well ask if this can be called seeing. Is it not fantasy? Is not fantasy a better word for such a process? And hallucination a more appropriate term for the result? You see the world that you have made, but you do not see yourself as an image maker. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them, even though they were made of hate. For you will not be making them alone. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see because its cause can be changed. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go so that it can be replaced. The first two steps in this process require your cooperation. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. By taking the first two steps, you will see that this is so. Besides using it throughout the day as the need arises, 5 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first, and then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about blank. Hold each attack thought in the mind as you say this, and then dismiss that thought and go on to the next. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and of being attacked. Their effects are exactly the same because they are exactly the same. You do not recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to treat them as the same in today's practice periods. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you will be ready to let the cause go. Wow. So I can escape the world I see from giving up attack thoughts. This lesson is asking us to realize that we're actually not seeing because we only have two options, which are love and fear. And when we are thinking the thoughts of fear, judgment, projection, we are hallucinating, as the last lesson shared with us. We are lost in the illusion. We are not living in reality with a capital R. That is what's causing us to see the world that we see. And the world that we see is a projection of what we hold dear in our minds. So when we are invested in the judgment, we see the effects of that. And alternately, when we are invested in the thoughts of love, we see the reflection of that. Um, I love this idea that we are not trapped in the world that we see because its cause can be changed. A lot of times we feel like we're stuck, we're trapped. We can't get away from the things that we don't like to see in the world. But this can be changed. And it's saying here, this change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go so that it can be replaced. The first two steps require your cooperation. The final one does not. The images have already been replaced. So what that is saying to us is that the willingness to change our mind, number one. Number two, letting go. And then three is already done for us because that image, we are coded with loving consciousness. So it's not like you're learning anything new. It's not like you have to be the one to create the love, the joy, the healing that you desire. That is already there. So what are we actually doing? Removing the barriers to love's presence in our lives. And that's it's saying to us we can escape the world we see by giving up the attack thoughts. And attack thoughts are judgments, projections. I mean, judgment, resentment, grievance, all of these things that pull us out of present moment, take us into the past, and invite us to feel victimized, that we can't change things. When you do the practice periods, it's asking to hold the thought in your mind and then dismiss it and go to the next. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about this. Um, I have a client right now who's really moving through some difficult stuff with his family, and it's very difficult for him right now to give up his attack thoughts. Whether these people have done the things he says they do, have all of the things that he has against them are legitimate to him. And the issue that he has is that he values them. So he's not willing to give up the attack thoughts. And if we're not willing to give up the attack thoughts, then we do not get to have the peace that we so desire in every cell and every fiber of our being. When we're ready to learn that being attacked and attacking others are the same thing because all minds are joined and we're all in this thing together, then we can see the incentive and remove those barriers and have our innate gifts, the divine inheritance that we all are privileged to have, but we have to claim it. If we want happiness and freedom and kindness and all of those good things, and we have to give up the idea of feeling like we're attacked and also attacking others. So I think this is a very, like all of the lessons, very important, but it does show us that the loveliness we seek is ours. It's a matter of owning the fact that what we see is a reflection of what we think. So cause and effect are never separate. We often are trying to change the effect. We're trying to change the relationship, like my client right now, trying to change those people rather than changing the way that he thinks about those people. If he thinks about those people with compassion, understanding that life can be hard, and he raises his temperature of love in his mind and he moves out of fear and into love, then potentially, and what the course is saying is that the effect will change. If he changes the cause, which is the attack thought, then that will change. It could happen in an instant, it could happen in a year, but the detachment from it needing to change is so essential because when he changes his mind, he'll see that everything around will change. He'll see a loveliness around certain people and understanding, and again, that compassion that I think is super important these days. I'll see you for the next lesson. Bye for now. Happy practicing.